I think by the time when I arrived, Mashima had not pulled all the paperwork together. Therefore, I was again engaged in. Chair, I want to report to you that I'm a deputy party leader of my party, the largest party again in this country and the Eastern Central Africa. We had a function, which again I sought for permission, which I was granted from your desk. I could not make it. Therefore, subsequently, I was looking forward to appear before the committee, which I'm happy that today I'm here, despite the fact there were summons which were issued later on.
You see nothing wrong with non-appearance twice?
Perhaps, Chair, I need the clarification from the governor, because I also happen to be an SG of the largest party in East Africa. Could you confirm what that function was, Governor?
A point of relevance, point of order.
Vice Chair?
Chair, is it in order for us on point of relevance standing orders to discuss about political parties?
Oh, no.
I don't think it is relevant.
Chair, there's a reason I'm asking.
That the ODM party deputy party leader and SG can discuss in central committee meeting.
Chair, with great respect to my colleagues, there's a reason I'm asking that question.
Because the custodian of the calendar.
Yes, and if personally I was...
Chair, are we transforming this committee into ODM meeting?
Chair, can you allow me to just make my point?
Okay. Chair, can the governor be guided to only give us the official and recognized excuse why he's not here? I think the issue of parties should not be an issue.
Honorable,
okay, Vice Chair, and
we are saying the same thing.
I agree with you.
Okay.
We are saying the same thing.
Okay.
Let him confirm what the function was.
Okay.
Just order, Senator Dula? Or you want to?
No, I'm on the same point, but I want to say here that matters of political parties should not be actually brought on the floor of the House or the committee. That is outside the purview of the Senate. Thank you.
Because when we disburse funds to Kisii,
yes,
we are not disbursing it to the deputy party leader. We are disbursing funds to the people of Kisii to be administered by the governor, who is a governor running a devolved government in the Republic of Kenya. There is never any political party consideration. And I think, Governor, if you are using that as a reason why you didn't come last time, then it's completely out of order. Unless there's a better reason. Because for the first reason, I think it was in the public domain that you were in China. And that was clear. It was not a political party thing, it was a national delegation. The last meeting is a meeting that triggered the summons. Because from the first meeting, we re-invited you, we did not summon you. And it is failure to appear at the second meeting that then triggered the issuance of summons. And I said, Parliament does not issue summons in vain. Governor?
Chair, I've just corrected that, yes, this was, again, despite the fact that, yes, we are talking about, we cannot discuss the issues of the parties here. My party, for sure, the president had a function in Western where I joined him and I was required to be there for purpose of, again, stabilizing the country as it were. Chair, I want to point out that...
Governor Arati, what specific functional responsibility do you have in stabilization of the country beyond stabilization of Kisii County?
And Chair, is the country unstable? I'm not aware. Is the country at war?
Chair, at a certain time, the country was going in the wrong direction. Then we had to join hands, and indeed we did it, to bring the people together, cohesion, as it were. And I'm happy that indeed we did. Today the country is in the correct correction, and we are happy that it's going doing the right thing.
And that was thanks to your efforts when you are supposed to appear before the
Precisely, Chairman. Yes, that was true. If I was again, I was not there to present my my party leader in that function, as it were.
This mask is not doing us a favor, because I can't tell whether you are grinning or whether you are making a face at us.
Honorable Chair,
I might say that you take off that mask.
Honorable Chair, this is why I was asking the question of what the function was, and I wish that members would have allowed the governor to answer that question, because from the function itself, we all live in this country, we will be able to establish if what the governor is telling us is actually factual. If it was a presidential function, it cannot have been a party function. That's the point. And I was getting interrupted by the vice chair, yet it is critical information for you to ascertain whether indeed the excuse for the absence is proper or not. Because for me, as a Secretary General of ODM, I would never allow the party to be used as an excuse to escape parliamentary summons. We have actually had conversation on the floor of the House, Honorable Chair, where we have censured cabinet secretaries for going to State House or using the excuse that they had been summoned to State House and not prioritizing parliamentary business as required by the Constitution. So it was important for you to let the governor put on record what that function was, because from there we would be able to discern if indeed it was a worthy excuse.
Maybe just for purposes, you know, Simba Arati has served in Parliament. And in Parliament, we have a tradition that there are only two excuses, or three. One is when you are attending a cabinet meeting, parliamentary appearances, or you are on compassionate, or you are sick, or sound evidence must be provided. And I agree, but as Governor, the issue, was this a presidential function? Was it a state function? Maybe if you can put on record, it will, you know, I didn't want to allow Chair, the deputy party leader and SG to do exchanges on behalf of the party. I wanted this issue to be between the issue of committee. Maybe you can highlight, was it a party function or was it a state function? Then I can agree, because it looks like we are reading from the same page with your SG, but I did the interpretation a bit different.
Let me withdraw the party function, because it was a presidential function by the invite of the president. Therefore, I attend that function. Of course, represent. I'm not a Kenya Kwanza member, therefore I had to be there as an ODM member. That's why I was advancing the agenda. But I want to say it was not an ODM affair, as it were.
Now, the requirement for us, honorable members, is to determine whether the reasons provided for non-appearance at the last meeting, which triggered the summons, are satisfactory. Because the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Act empowers us and says that where a person summoned does not appear, or appears and fails to satisfy the committee, then the committee may impose upon that person a fine not exceeding 500,000 Kenya shillings. Part of the requirements of the summons was for the governor to respond to the report of the Auditor General. So I would propose that there is that story the governor has told us as the reason as to why he didn't appear. But let's proceed to the other leg of the summons and get the governor's response to the report of the Auditor General. And at the end of these proceedings, we will take a view on whether the governor has responded satisfactorily to our summons. That can allow us to proceed to the next agenda, which will be consideration of the report of the Auditor General on Kisii County Executive for the 2 financial years, 2021-2022, 2022-2023. That includes the receipt of revenue statement and the County Revenue Fund statement. Auditor General, you have already given us a brief on the substantive issues in those reports. There are a few things that you have marked as resolved and some that are outstanding. We will start with the most recent report of the Auditor General, and then we will go downwards to the later reports. But even as we go into this, you might want to let us know, have you concluded your audit for the current financial year?
Currently, the audit is progressing for 2023-2024. It's in progress.
When do you intend to exit?
most likely the mid of December, that's when we're going to do the conclusion.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at the draft stages.
So if there are issues that require further scrutiny or special audit, we might want to ask you to consider them in your ongoing audit or to treat them as prior year matters so that the report that will be coming for 2023-2024 should capture the areas that require further clarification. Okay, so we may proceed.
Chair.
Governor?
Before we proceed, Chair, I wanted to bring an objection on the, ongoing on the debate of the report. Yes, we know we got the invitation and we have done our bit, but there is constitutional